Imagine this, your entire life changing, not with a big decision, not with a stroke of luck, but with one tiny habit, a habit so small you could do it half asleep, yet powerful enough to transform everything about who you are. This is the true story of a man named Dara, and how one simple habit reshaped his destiny. Dara was the kind of person many of us can relate to. He had dreams, he had hopes, but he felt stuck. Every day looked the same. Waking up late, feeling tired and groggy, rushing to work, and promising himself he would start tomorrow. But tomorrow never came. Inside, he battled a quiet frustration. It wasn't because he lacked ambition or big goals, but because he didn't know how to start changing his life. And this feeling of being powerless, this slow, creeping sense of failure, was slowly breaking him down. He saw the person he wanted to be, but the gap between his reality and his aspirations felt like a canyon he could never cross. Each night, he'd go to bed with a heavy heart, disappointed in himself for another day wasted, another opportunity missed. The cycle felt endless and suffocating. One night, after another long day that ended with him mindlessly scrolling through his phone, he saw a simple quote: "Small daily habits create big long-term changes." For some reason, that sentence hit him differently. It wasn't flashy or complicated. It was simple. He whispered to himself, "What if I don't need some massive, life-altering change? What if I just need small steps?" And for the first time in years, Dara felt a spark. It wasn't a roaring fire of motivation, but a small, flickering ember of hope. In that quiet moment, he made a promise to himself, not a grand, unrealistic promise he knew he'd break, but a simple one. "I will begin with just one habit." That decision, made late at night in the glow of his phone screen, was the single most important decision of his life. He didn't know it yet, but everything was about to shift. The first habit he chose was incredibly simple. Wake up 10 minutes earlier. Just 10 minutes. He didn't try to run 5 kilometers. He didn't force a hardcore workout routine or meditate for an hour. He just wanted 10 quiet minutes in the morning, all to himself, before the chaos of the day began. At first, it didn't feel life-changing. Honestly, it just felt like 10 fewer minutes of sleep. So many mornings his hand would hover over the snooze button, the temptation to go back to his old ways incredibly strong. But he kept going, because this habit was small enough to do consistently. It was manageable. In those 10 minutes, he would gently stretch his body. Then he would take a few deep breaths, just focusing on the air filling his lungs. Then, he started writing down one single intention for the day. Something simple, like "I will be patient in traffic," or "I will finish one important task." And slowly, day by day, he felt something he hadn't felt in years. A sense of control. He was no longer just reacting to his day. He was starting it on his own terms. Once that small habit of waking up 10 minutes earlier stuck, he added one more. Drink one full glass of water right after waking up. It took less than a minute, but it made him feel more awake. After a week of that, he added another. Write down 3 things he was grateful for. Simply things like the taste of his morning coffee or the sun shining through his window. Then, he started reading 5 pages of a book each day. Just 5 pages. Not a whole chapter. Just 5 pages. Soon after, he added a 10 to 15-minute walk each evening to clear his head. 5 minutes here, 2 minutes there. They were just small, seemingly insignificant actions, but they started to form something big, something powerful. A habit chain, each habit linked to the next, creating a positive momentum that carried him through the day. He realized something incredible. He didn't need more motivation. He just needed consistency. And consistency came from taking small, achievable steps, not giant, intimidating leaps. Weeks passed, and then months. The changes became visible. He was sleeping better and waking up, feeling refreshed instead of exhausted. He felt sharper at work, more focused and present in meetings. He started speaking with more confidence, his voice steady and clear. But the biggest change was internal. He felt proud of himself, a feeling that had been a stranger for a long time. People around him began to notice. His colleagues, his friends, his family. They'd ask, "Dara, what happened to you? You look different, happier." He would just smile and say, "Just a few small habits." But he knew those habits were doing more than just changing his routine. They were fundamentally changing his identity. They were changing who he believed he could be. His internal monologue shifted from, "I'm not disciplined, I can't stick to anything," to, "I'm the kind of person who can improve every single day." The real transformation wasn't physical. It was emotional and psychological. He realized that building good habits is not about becoming a perfect, flawless human being overnight. It's about becoming 1% better every day. Success didn't require him to have a perfect, color-coded minute-by-minute plan. It just required him to show up for himself, even if it was just for 2 minutes. He learned that small habits are what shape your identity. When you make your bed every day, you're not just tidying your room. You're becoming a person who is organized. He learned that small wins are what builds self-belief. Every time he completed a tiny habit, it was a little vote of confidence in himself. And he learned that self-belief creates momentum. And momentum, that is the unstoppable force that truly changes lives. It's the snowball effect in action. Starting small, but growing into something massive and powerful. Dara's story is simple, but its message is incredibly powerful. It shows us that you don't need to change your whole life overnight. You don't need to wait for a burst of motivation or the perfect moment to start. You only need to start small. One habit, one decision, one single step in the right direction. Because small habits, when repeated consistently over time, become unstoppable. They compound, building on each other until they create a transformation you never thought possible. So ask yourself right now, what is one small habit you can start today? Not tomorrow, not next week. Today. Maybe it's putting on your running shoes. Maybe it's drinking 1 glass of water. Maybe it's writing 1 sentence in a journal. Your new life, the life you dream of, doesn't begin with a big, dramatic moment. It begins with something small, something simple, something you can do right now. Start today. Your future self is waiting. Thanks for watching.